making a sourdough starter. We're good. We're good. Okay? Okay, got it, good. So as of this moment, I have nothing to report. We are on the first 24-hour mark and I'm already getting bubbles. I'm making a whole wheat sourdough starter and I cannot wait to actually start making sourdough bread. I'm excited. John is about to get off work and we have to do a short errand somewhere. That's not why I have makeup and hair done. I did that because I was bored and I've been sitting around all day doing absolutely nothing. So I was like, I'm just gonna get dressed up. So tonight I'm making a chicken pot pie. So this morning I went in the refrigerator, got some of that chicken that I had de-thawing in the bag that I showed you yesterday. And I put it in my rice cooker because a rice cooker can double as a slow cooker. And so I cooked the chicken, it's done. I'm gonna throw in a little peas and carrots. I'm gonna use some of this cream of chicken, maybe a little bit of sour cream, make the filling, put it in the pie crust. I'll show you that. I'm trying to think of a dessert maybe that I might make tonight because it is Friday night and everybody kind of needs to pick me up, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But I'm thinking I might do a peach cobbler. I'm not sure. We're gonna go into the pantry closet, look around, try to figure something out because like I said, everybody needs to pick me up. Today for lunch, I actually just had a can of SpaghettiOs. Solomon ate the leftover meatballs and Olivia had a peanut butter and jelly with some chips. We really didn't have breakfast per se. The only person who ate breakfast this morning was Olivia and she ate a Pop-Tart. I'm trying to not put the kids on an eating schedule so that they don't feel like they have to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They just eat when they're hungry. So hopefully that's kind of gonna keep the waste down. Another thing that I did this morning before I put the chicken in, this right here is a huge cookie sheet of rice. Before I put the chicken in, I actually cooked about 4 cups of rice. And then I spread it out on that cookie sheet because tomorrow I'm planning to have Chinese food and I'm gonna do stir fry rice. I'm gonna do fried rice. And you need cold, old rice for the best stir fry or fried rice.
I keep saying stir fry, it's fried rice.
So the hardest part about this whole planning ahead and making sure that we're not wasting food and that we're using up what we have is just being intentional. And sometimes that's hard to do and hard to remember, especially because it's throw something out for dinner or whatever. If you forget, it's no big deal, order pizza. But right now there might not be money to order pizza. There might not be, the ability to do something like that. So just try to plan ahead as much as you can. A couple of days ago, you guys saw me making homemade biscuits. I have these homemade biscuits sitting out here and they are really old, really hard, and really stale. Don't throw them away because tomorrow morning I'm gonna show you what I'm making for breakfast with these really old, really gross biscuits. Okay, I'm hidden away in our bedroom. The kids are in the living room because I don't want them to know kind of what's going on right now. But the very last thing I said to you guys last night in the video was, hey, there's nothing new to report about John's job. And there wasn't. There was nothing to report. That did not last long. This morning we woke up and some of the third shift workers that work at the factory had posted on Facebook and was like, hey guys, we're getting shut down. So John kind of went in knowing that something was about to happen. They pulled them in a meeting and they're shutting them down. They are shutting them down, they said, for a week, but prepare for 2, which is factory talk for, hey guys, you're getting shut down for 2 weeks, probably more. The worst part is we also found out that they're not paying them at all for this. So that we're gonna go 2 weeks without pay. So when it comes to my business, I actually put everything on credit cards to get my business up and running. I took a big risk by doing that. Thankfully, my very first photo shoot, I broke even. So I paid myself back for all the money that I spent out. The problem is boudoir photography, and let's be honest, pretty much all photography is considered a luxury business. This is not something that's recession proof or crisis proof. So there's no way I'm gonna be making money right now. I don't make anything hardly at all on YouTube. So honest to God, like, we're gonna be hurting. I'm not panicking, strangely. Normally I panic and freak out over stuff like this, but I'm not panicking. And I think the reason that I'm not panicking is because, like, when the Smoky Mountain fires happened, it affected our area, and everybody, you know, came together and helped each other out. And even Dolly Parton got involved. Dolly got involved. It's Dolly. And the whole region overcame it, and it's back to business as normal. But that was just a small area. It's totally different. This is global. The world is suffering right now. When I think about that, my 2 weeks of no income just seems so minute. I'm also not really worried because of the fact the president has said that they are going to pass out checks. Now, don't get me wrong, these checks are not going to be free. They've got to come from somewhere. So I'm sure it's going to bite us somewhere later on, but it will at least help us survive for the moment, for the now. There are tons of you guys out there that are struggling right now, that are probably laid off. Like, one of my brothers works in the restaurant industry. He's a bartender, and he's shut down for months. There's even a good chance that he's not gonna have a job to come back to. So it is rough out there, and I realize that. And I think that's why that I'm not panicking, because my situation seems very minute. So I just want to check up with you guys. Like, how are you doing? How are you handling it financially? How are you being affected? Like, are you being closed down? Is your spouse being closed down? Are you losing your small business? Like, my business is hurt right now. What's going on with you guys? Tell me in the comments. I'm going to end the video. I'll let you know tomorrow what happens or what changes. But until tomorrow, love you, bye. Stay safe and wash your hands.